For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kelly Smith, and I'm the author of Signs in the Rearview Mirror, Leaving a Toxic Relationship Behind. 1 week from today, this book will turn 4. 4 years ago, I was able to publish a book based upon my own real life experiences being in a toxic, abusive relationship and what that had done to my life. I'm excited about this book birthday because it's allowing me, I guess you could say, to reflect a lot on what's happened not only during the past 4 years after releasing this book, but also what it's really been like after leaving a toxic relationship and healing, starting over again, figuring out who I am, what I like, what I don't like, and where this life can actually take me after writing such a book. In the book, you'll follow my journey of being in an abusive, toxic relationship, how I got in, why I stayed, and then how I got out. My second book, Out of the Darkness, is a follow-up to that first book. What it's like to date after a toxic relationship, and then what it's like during that first year of your new relationship with somebody who's healthy. So I was pretty excited to have written both books to give points of view for both sort of scenarios. But like I said before, the reflection is really what I've been thinking about a lot today. It's been very heavy on my mind about what life has actually been like and what it was like during that toxic relationship and going from being with the person that doesn't like you, puts you down, makes you feel bad about yourself. Your life every day is absolutely miserable, to going into a whole new life of healing and recovery and what that's like. I can understand why so many people don't heal, because it's a constant work in progress and it's so difficult to do. It's so hard to face yourself every day, day in and day out, with who you are as a human. So not to say that it's your fault that you were in something toxic and abusive, because it wasn't, but it's your responsibility to heal from being in something like that before you take those steps and moving on to a new relationship or even just in your own life. So I was able to document both what it was like in that abusive relationship and then what it was like getting out and what it was like actually healing and going through a recovery process. So in my second book, Out of the Darkness, I did write about dating and what that was like, the good, the bad, the ugly, and then meeting someone that I ended up getting into a relationship with. And what that's like as well. Because getting into a relationship after a toxic relationship isn't easy. It's confusing as all get out. But I was able to manage it and do it and then write. So in the past 4 years since I released this book, I wrote my second book, I wrote my third book, and I'm in the process right now of writing my fourth book. So the dream of mine to become a fiction writer, which is what my second and my third and fourth book will be, has absolutely come true. I'm in a place now where mentally I'm stable, where I'm healthy. I'm able to sit down and really get in tune with the characters that have been in my head for such a long time. My kids are all grown up and moved on with their lives. They have gone to school. They have these amazing careers. They're doing really well on their own. Of course, they check in time to time, but that's been amazing. I was able to not only become the fiction writer that I wanted to be. I have a podcast, Let's Get Wicked Deep, a dating podcast with Kelly and Callie, where we dive into all kinds of topics related to relationships, dating, marriage, divorce, breakups, all of these different things. I went to school and became certified for a dating and relationship coach. So I've been able to do that. And I do specialize in helping men who were abused and also dating after a toxic relationship ends or a long-term relationship ends. So it's pretty exciting because I do have a lot of really great, healthy things going on in my life. I'm really getting back to my fitness and my fitness lifestyle. I am buying/building a house all on my own. It's just me. I'm doing everything I need to do by myself, including stressing out over all these delays. But I'm really proud of myself. I really am. I did not think I would ever get this far after enduring such abuse for such a long time. And the fact that I've been able to kind of crawl out of a hole, admit my own mistakes as not only a mom and an ex-wife, I guess, but also just as a human. But now to live a life that I love day in and day out has been absolutely amazing. So for anyone who is struggling in a toxic relationship and doesn't know if there is a light at the end of the tunnel, there is, and it's not necessarily a train, but you have to take your time and get out when the time is right. You can also read Signs in the Rearview Mirror, Leaving a Toxic Relationship Behind. It's also on Audible for convenience as well. And for those of you who are in something toxic, something abusive, and you don't know where to go, and you don't know how to date again, Out of the Darkness. I write it all. So if you ever dated me, you're probably in here. So keep going. It gets better. It takes a while, but it definitely gets better. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of the accomplishments that I've made, the person I've turned into, and the life that I built after enduring such horrible abuse. So if you're in it, keep going to get out. And if you are out of it, keep going to heal, because healing might be difficult, but it's absolutely worth it.